Today, we talk about...
Welcome back. Yeah.
Oh, we got some nice B-roll.
I know, I got it all. We're good. This is episode I still don't know. We're still behind in the edits. My apologies. But why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to the folks?
I'm Alexander Payne.
Hey.
Comedian, New York City, from Los Angeles.
From Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. That's why you like the Hobbies, right?
Oh, yeah, love the Hobbies.
So, yeah, how I like to do this is...
Did we get out here?
No, do you want it?
No.
You don't want it?
You guys, yeah. I don't know. For me? I just wanted to wait to do
Well, I
it.
paid for it, but yeah, Samantha's.
Anyway, so why don't you tell the people, when did you start comedy?
I started comedy, it's May now, so it'll be 5 years ago.
5 years?
5 years ago.
Holy shit.
Comedy, yeah.
Okay. Did you start out in L.A.?
I started in New York. I started at Laughing Buddha.
Okay.
Oh,
Remember, you guys heard Laughing Buddha, right?
Yeah, I went there once.
Yeah, that's what everyone's saying. I watched for 8 months before I even started,
Really?
though. Yeah, I was
Okay.
watching, it was the only free entertainment I could go see. And then I would watch enough people, and then I'd be like, oh, I think I'm funnier than these people. And then I just started doing it.
Gotcha.
how often did you go watch?
At least twice a week, I think.
Oh, wow.
I'd watch the whole thing. I would go watch free shows on Sunday, and then those guys were like Jermaine Fowler, Tim Dillon,
Oh, yeah. Love
Michelle
Tim Dillon.
Wolf. This is like before they were like nobody.
Open Michael, yeah.
Yeah, and I would watch them and Kevin Barnett, Damian Lemon, Ali Wong, a lot of these people, and then I was like, oh, okay, they're all right. And then I was like, I can do this. And then after they got famous, I'm like, oh, shit.
How hard was your first time?
First time was all right. I couldn't remember any jokes.
How nervous were you, I guess? I
I was nervous, but I had my friend come with me, and I had been enough times and watched enough times that I was like, oh, well, I was nervous. The second time was the worst time. I bombed bad.
That's what usually happens.
Yeah,
You
second
do
time.
okay the first time, bomb the second time. Well, not so much. I said most people.
Okay. Yeah, I got one of those those coughs. I'll never forget that. That was rough.
Did you bring the pain?
I didn't.
What's your style like?
When I first started or now?
When you first started? Like, what did you try to venture in to get comfortable on stage?
I'm still a little bit topical. I was very topical. I think when that had just happened, I think that movie 12 Years a Slave had came out. And I made some really dumb joke about
I really love it.
something about 12 Years a Slave where it was like something like, they're making a movie about O.J. Simpson. Something like that. Just something. I always did very topical humor.
Okay.
Made fun of politics, race, all that stuff. Now I'm a little bit more, I talk about me.
Okay.
But that was
Oh, yeah. We have
great.
it's a candy cigarette. It's a little
Okay.
Pure
thing we
cocaine.
got on here.
Pure cocaine? No wonder you're in the penthouse. All right, boy.
Light up. Anyway, what I was going to ask you too is, at what point in this 5 years did the web series come about, or is that always?
Oh, no, that wasn't always. Before I started stand up, I was film.
Okay.
'Cause I'm from Los Angeles.
Yeah. So, what's the timeline here? So, you grew up in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
Did you move out here for comedy?
No, I moved out here. My cousin asked me, did I want to go? And I was like, hell yeah, I saw Home Alone 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'll go. And then I went, and then I started just doing comedy. In a weird way, something happened like in the middle, and then I went back to Los Angeles. I did
Okay.
comedy there for like a year and a half. And then I got to see both scenes. So the web series came about. Somebody saw me in an open mic. This guy, Matthew Tenenbaum, the guy I do the show with. And he saw me do a joke about to stop police brutality, they should give every single black person $20 million.
Okay.
Because it's hard to shoot somebody in a helicopter. And he liked the joke, and he was like, oh, I want you to do the show with me. And then we started writing it, and we tried to make a pilot, and we all got turned down. And then I was like, well, why don't we just make it? And because I went to school for it, so I was like, I know how to do all this stuff. Let's just make it. Video for film? Yeah, I went to school for film, and then I was like, let's just do that. And then we started doing that, and we do that once a week. We do shorts, then we do the long episodes. It takes about a month. It takes us like 5 months to write it. And then I think after this season, we'll probably make like a movie, like a full.
And you've been doing this how long now?
This show we've been doing.
Or your web stuff in general?
Web stuff, only like 2 years.
2 years. Okay.
Uninspired 2 years before that. I had another show, Shawshank Redemption.
Okay.
That was like a talk show in the West Village, and we would interview people who were like village locals, like a 80-year-old marathon runner, this guy named Leo. That was a weird show. It was a really good show, but it was.
Is it still up?
It's still up there.
Okay.
It's really strange.
It's on the same channel?
No, it's a different channel.
Different channel, okay.
Yeah, but
right now you're doing both. Is it the same content on YouTube and Instagram?
oh, for Uninspired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Wait,
just-
so you have a web series? Because I don't know anything about you. So you have a web series and it's on YouTube?
it's on YouTube and it's on Instagram.
And it's just like independently produced?
Yeah, we do it all ourselves.
And what's like what is it? Is it like animated or is it like you guys doing skits?
It's so we do these 1-minute promos, so that's like a joke because you only get a minute on Instagram. Then we do episodes. So like the 5th episode is called "What Do You See," and Matthew's gay and he's struggling with like his identity as a gay person.
But it's live action.
Yeah, it's live action.
Okay.
Me and him play the guys. I play Chris. He plays Michael. And that episode's about we go to the Metropolitan Museum and we look at different pieces of art and we talk about how we see ourselves in.
Did you not film in there?
I mean, you can't, but I mean, we did.
How'd you do it?
We just snuck around and did it. I was like, what are we gonna do? It's a
Shoot
museum.
you? You just talked about
I mean,
helicopters.
a museum,
Yeah.
not there.
Tase you.
Yeah, they called us, but by then we had finished filming, so I don't care. I'm like, no.
You care if it starts blowing up? They're gonna be like, "Hey, where's that permit?"
Yeah,
No,
that
they're
was
gonna
true.
be like, "Yo, you destroyed the art because you're a Flash."
Oh yeah. That's
Yeah,
right.
that's what
Well,
they say.
I guess that would be a good problem to have if that happens. So.
Oh yeah, that'd be a great moment.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Well, it means he's making it, right?
No, yeah. That'd be great way to start your career.
Yeah,
We're gonna keep that on the whole show.
What?
All right, I'm just saying.
This is not Zach. This is Kenny Cat. This is a new guest.
Character, got it. Yeah, we'll find a role for you on Uninspired TV.
uninspired.
Do I look that ridiculous? I haven't looked
No,
at
not
that.
ridiculous,
Okay.
but I was just curious. If,
Yeah, I mean, if you're calling me
Is this
looking
a bit?
ridiculous, this is literally we look the exact same. I feel like I'm looking at him here.
anyway.
Yeah, I could definitely. I see it.
Well, I can't tell you how many people look at me and be like, "Hey, you look like the guy with the glasses and the nose and the mustache thing."
Groucho Marx.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I had no idea who he was until I got
God.
the mustache.
Yeah.
So that's always a fun thing to explain to people because I've always been so sheltered. So like I never was exposed to a lot of pop culture things until I started getting older. So like a lot of like older references I just don't get sometimes.
Yeah.
So I had the mustache and I went out to Iowa to because I work in Iowa as you briefly heard. And I was supposed to go as Gomez from Adam's Family as my Halloween costume. So I show up in the suit, but I forgot my contact lenses back here in New York. So I show up with the glasses, and people look at me, "Oh, hey, Groucho Marx." I'm like, "Yeah." Like, I don't know who he was.
One of the greatest.
One of the greatest ever, right?
I've never heard of any of this stuff.
I know, yeah.
You seen this movie? Nothing. Oh,
No,
no.
nothing.
He's also very anti-pop culture, but more like
You've heard of Bugs Bunny?
more actively.
I'm a big fan of Elmer Fudd.
He's quite the contrarian. So if something's popular by nature, he will be like, "Nope."
I'm literally wearing this only because all of his YouTube fans hate me so much.
Yeah.
Not me. Edit that out.
But if you're a real contrarian,
now
you're
a
like,
new,
I'm not even doing this shit.
now a new
Well,
persona.
That's the thing that's going to happen.
Oh, I'm gonna
is-
pop it off towards the end.
The
And
minute-
people are like, that guy's great. And I'm like, guess what, bitches?
No, 'cause this is how this is going to work. This podcast is eventually going to become a big deal, and once it becomes a big deal, he's going to be like, "Yeah, I'm done with this show."
Yeah, I'll quit.
Okay. You want to?
So like
yeah, I'm
right now,
not-
he's super curious about Uninspired TV, but the minute it pops off, he's gonna be like, "Yeah, fuck that shit."
Yeah. That was
I left my finance job to bartend and work with horses.
Really? Why did you do that?
I hated it.
That's a good reason.
Yeah, I couldn't sleep.
You couldn't sleep
No, I was anxiety through
every
the roof.
night. You would be
Every
like,
night.
I'm going home.
Every night I wake up at like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
and be like, fuck, I gotta go to work.
A lot of money though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then you were like, but this isn't worth my life.
Nope. I'm leaving the city soon
Yeah.
with my wife.
He's been saying this for a couple of years now. Though,
No, I have. Well, yeah, I have. But now since I'm not able to like afford the city anymore, I have to leave.
You could always downgrade or live up there.
Where do you live? You live in a nice
I live in a nice place. It's
in
expensive.
the city.
In the city, Long Island.
Long Island City.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, why don't you move like Story Did Mars or like?
It's all on the table.
But you went out. You're like, I'm done with this place.
Yeah,
But again, he's been saying that,
I want a
so.
simpler life.
What does that mean? Farm.
You can live off. Yeah. I want horses.
Of mice and men type stuff.
I want to be shot in the head.
Set it up for that later.
No. I've been here for about 10 years. I'm just kind of over
Over it. I mean, this is you don't want to raise a family here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Married,
Now
want to
you
have
get to
kids.
that
Yeah,
point
I'm getting
where
that point where I'm just like, this is like dumb.
Do I want my kids to see human?
I get why
right
people
now?
still chase it, right?
Yeah.
But like one big factor for me was seeing like people who were like 45 or
Yeah.
like 50 in my position, and they're stressed out too.
Yeah.
They're making like $350,000 a year, right?
Yeah.
But they're like, I have a house in Westchester. The kids need to go to private school. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
I commute 2 hours in, 2 hours out.
Where's the farm going to be though?
Maine,
Why Maine? Lobster farm?
white people.
Okay. There's a lot of whites here. There's a lot of whites.
Yeah, but like in Maine, it's ridiculous. No, that's not it. I like.
Like I'm tired of Puerto Ricans.
Yeah, I'm just like, does nobody speaks English anymore? I mean, I'm in Queens. No, but I like Maine because I'm a big fall kind of guy.
Yeah.
And I'm from upstate,
Yeah.
so I'm cool with winter. So it's just like perfect for like kind of my ideal. Like this kind of weather is like my favorite weather.
This guy's a romantic.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But
I am a romantic,
are you?
Okay.
except with women.
You. Yeah. Well, with yourself,
Oh yeah.
you definitely You just
Yeah.
walk around.
He reads a lot of books.
Yeah. Do you own a turtleneck? I feel like you own a turtleneck.
No, he's not.
I
a
don't
turtleneck.
know. I was saying this the other day. Turtlenecks, you need to be like super skinny.
Yeah.
Or else you just kind of look like it showed.
In Maine,
You're just like, you're like
Maine,
just squeezing in it.
I think when in
Oh, Maine. No, I'm going to wear an LLB
Yeah.
flannel. I have a ton of flannel. That's all I wear.
Okay.
Hey, your parents love that little bean, I heard.
Don't bring them into this. yeah, no, but yeah. I like the Northeast kind of.
Yeah, speaking of parents, are your parents very
Together?
No. Are your parents supportive of the whole comedy thing?
Yeah. Yeah. My dad's dead, but so yeah, he supports. But
Nice.
my mom, yeah, very supportive. Cause she knew I wanted to do film, and then I didn't. She's never seen me do stand up.
Are they in LA?
In person. My mother's in LA, Los Angeles,
Or it's your mom, sorry.
and then she saw me online, and then she told me, she was like, "Wow, you're pretty good."
Huh.
And at first I was like, "Well, what if I was bad?" She was like, "I wouldn't have told you, but I saw
okay.
you." And I was like, "Okay,
That's honest. That's good.
Yeah, it was very honest.
Do you do it full time or do you do something else while you're out here?
I do it full time. I mean, to like supplement income, I fix furniture.
Oh, okay.
So like I go into penthouses like this and like fix your squeaky chair. Like as soon as I felt this, I was like, you need to like.
Yeah, I do.
you need to-
I can use your help
Allen
after
wrench.
the show.
Yeah. I'll do it for those Kobe's.
Yeah, you might have to make a few trips out here to.
I'll do the whole
the
apartment,
Kobe.
whatever you want. Yeah. For those shoes, are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's so crazy. Yeah, I mean, let's talk about sneakers. How long have you been into sneakers? Has that been a childhood thing?
As long as I've grown up in a black neighborhood, I think everyone's into sneakers. Forever.
Really?
Yeah, since I was a kid, I had Gary Payton's because I couldn't get Jordans.
Okay, all right.
The
When-
Marburys.
Didn't get Marlboros. Those were even us. We were like, come on, those are like a New York.
How old are you?
Yeah.
28.
28. Okay.
Yeah.
So, at what number of Kobe did you really start to sense them kind of popping off?
Oh no, I had the Crazy Eights when he was
Oh, you
with
did,
Adidas.
back with Adidas,
Yeah.
okay.
They were like, everyone had the white and black ones, like the basketball
I like
ones.
those.
I waited to get the black, the leather on it, and I
Okay.
was like, come on, Mom, you gotta give me these shoes. Like, I'll be the coolest kid in school with these shoes. Waited like 3 extra weeks or something like that. I got those, and everybody was like, he's got the Kobe's. And I
Did
was
you ever get the toasters, the Kobe 2s?
I did not.
No?
No.
Were those getting trashed or were people wearing those?
Nobody wore those.
You got to see a picture of these.
Yeah.
They're like legit a toaster on your foot.
the worst
So-
looking shoe.
I mean, I don't like sneakers, so.
So you might like this one.
Yeah. Well,
You're gonna do well in Maine, my friend.
No,
Do you remember the transition from the Adidas line to the Nike line with Kobe? Were people really, because people weren't really feeling those Kobe 1s, 2s, 3s,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, the thing happened though because of the big case that was like
Sure.
it got dropped and everything.
Sure.
But it wasn't until I think it was the Kobe 4s
The
that
low
everyone
tops,
was
yeah.
like, "Oh my god!"
Because I remember the
these
big
shoes.
marketing push for those back then, but
Yeah.
I wasn't still into like sneakers back then. So like I just caught it peripherally.
Yeah.
But until the Kobe 5, that was my first Nike purchase, was the Kobe 5.
Really?
He made me go over from Adidas to Nike.
You're an Adidas guy.
I was an Adidas guy. I mean, yeah, I still am an Adidas guy, but
Let me ask. From America?
well,
You're from?
So I was born in Iran,
Okay.
but I've
That's
been
why
here
you
since
Adidas.
I was 14 months old.
Okay. All right.
you're Iranian?
Okay.
All right, I got it.
But
Now I'm on the list.
my favorite sneaker growing up, and I've told the story a million times, but like when I got bullied in school for not having Adidas or Nike,
Yeah.
I was
that's the
like,
only reason why.
yeah, or a bunch of other reasons. But I remember like studying people's feet and being like, okay, what are the cool kids wearing? What cliques are wearing what sneaker style? And like the kinds of cool dudes I wanted to be like all wore Adidas Superstars. So I need a pair of Adidas Superstars. Plus, when I was playing soccer, my parents bought me a pair of Adidas. So like I was always exposed to Adidas. So I was like diehard Adidas.
Yeah.
And then I was like, Nike. And then once Kobe came out with the Kobe 4 and then the 5, I was like, and then he was back in championship form. I was like hardcore back into basketball, and I was like, I gotta go to Nike. And then all of a sudden, once that door opened with Nike, I was like, holy shit, Nike's like the shit. You know?
Yeah.
So now I'm like,
I can only imagine you in high school. You're like, why am I getting bullied? And you're like looking at like cool kids and you're like, what are they wearing?
That's what I was doing.
They're like, don't look at me. Stop staring at my shoes.
I said this on another podcast. I was like, I start to like form my own algorithm of how to be cool, and they're like, dude, that's like the number one rule of not how to be cool.
You show up wearing the exact same clothes as the other dude. They're like, hey, what's up?
Dude, I would do crazy shit. Like instead of carrying a backpack, I would carry all my books, but I would put it on my head and bounce it on my head and like run across
That
class.
is the
Are you serious?
thing.
See? I would run through the halls.
No, he was
with the
bullied because
books.
he didn't have Nike.
It didn't help, right?
Yeah.
I would have like high water pants, you know,
my
back when skinny jeans weren't in. You know?
God.
Yeah, so
I'm sure you were the guy that put the books on their head.
yeah,
Ugh.
that was me.
You run around like one of those kids from Pinocchio.
Yeah.
The leather strap and
I didn't even need the leather strap. It was legit like my special skill. Like I have a little flat spot.
No, you're
in
like
my
one
head.
of those like chicks in like Nigeria. They carry the water buckets on
Yeah,
their
but
head.
they still
it's
need
like,
support. Like I could legit run the halls with like a stack of books.
Really?
Up my head.
How did
Like
you even figure that
I could
out?
go upwards. I don't remember how, but like I just remember figuring that out. I'd be like, yeah, check out me, guys.
You're
And
like,
they're
yo, and you're like, oh, it's because I'm not wearing Nike. They're like, no, you're just weird, dude.
Yeah, no, it was rough. But
So your stand-up.
yeah, kind of like my stand-up. Yeah, last night.
What happened last night?
I'm at that stage with open mics where like
He's a princess.
princess. So I'm at that stage where like I'm getting burned out with the pure open mic scene.
Yeah.
So okay. So he's had success at open mics in New York.
Yeah.
And then he goes to Iowa, and he's done very well.
Yeah.
Because it's a smaller scene, right?
Not only small
so
scene,
last
but
time-
there's real people in that crowd.
Right, yeah.
You know?
It's not an open mic where everybody's like waiting to get up. You know what I mean? Because like you know when you do an open mic or something, if a couple comedians scoff, you're like, okay, this will kill at a bar.
Yeah.
Or like if regular people are there that aren't like waiting to go up.
Yeah.
Da, da, da. And then so last night we went up, and I did feel bad because it was packed. It was Creek in the Cave, and it was an 11 o'clock mic.
Oh yeah.
And packed, and we didn't get on until like 1:11.
The second to last group, which
Yeah,
surprise,
second
surprise,
last
that's just how.
So
it
he
works.
just got up. He was just in a bad mood.
Oh yeah. That's what the.
But it wasn't
It is what
purely.
it is.
It wasn't pure. I mean, I knew going into it that we were going to go up late. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's just
yeah,
what it
yeah,
is with
yeah.
Creek in the Cave. You know, when you don't know the people there. But it was more just like I had just gotten back from Iowa. Do you know who Craig Gass is? The comedian. He does a bunch of voices for like Family Guy. He's been on Howard Stern show for years, back in the early 2000s. Super funny guy. He was headlining in Iowa last weekend. He actually showed up to a couple open mics the week prior, and that's how I met him. I was like, "Oh, dude, this is great. You know, I enjoyed the set." We got to talking. He used to be roommates with Mitch Hedberg, so he's telling me all these crazy stories.
Yeah.
And he just kind of took a liking to me, and he's like, "Hey, you want to do a quick 5 minutes opener for my Saturday packed show?" I was like, "Fuck yeah!" So I did it. I did very well. That was like the best I've done. And then I get off stage, and then the MC who's seen me at all the other open mics in Iowa, which are sometimes not even that packed, but like definitely an upgrade from a standard New York open mic. He's like, "Dude, that's the best I've seen you do ever." I'm like, "Yeah, there's regular people here. You know, it's like a
Yeah.
packed
Oh yeah.
house."
It's so much better. Vibe.
Yeah.
So yeah, and
So
I
I'm-
understand.
yeah.
You were just mad.
I'm coming off of that.
Yeah, you were just angry.
And I'm back into the New York scene. I'm like, all right, here we go, back to these open mics.
Yeah.
And that was the first open mic I did since I got back this week. And it's already late. It's 11. I know going in, we're going to be going up like the second to last group, if not the last group. I was happy. Actually, I was happy we didn't go in the last group. Let me be honest. And then I've done these same series of jokes over and over and over since being in New York doing open mics
Oh,
and
those
out
are
there.
jokes?
Yeah. No, not the ones last night.
Yeah.
So then I'm just like, man, I got to like expand and try some new stuff. So I played with a couple new ideas on stage. I forgot another joke I wanted to try again, but like, yeah, I was just like in a mood up there. I was like, you know, it's just one of those things. So, it's a process, right?
But
I'm sure
that
you've
is-
had your down times, right?
Yeah, but that is like kind of a part of it. Is like you do a really good show, then you go back to a mic. But then other times the mics are really good because really they're just for you to be able to trust yourself.
Right.
To almost be like to learn to trust yourself. Where you go like, there's like 40, 50 people here and they don't care about me. But if I can break through this, then when I do this with people,
Yep.
But then there's also the other side where you go, if you tell some dark material, comedians will love it. You go like, yeah, I love killing babies, and they'll be like, whoa. And then you do that in front of people, they're like, what the fuck?
I've had that happen
Yeah,
too.
that's why the G-rated stuff on the open mics doesn't go over too well with comedians.
It's really like a barometer.
And I think it's tough because like if there's 40 people there, right? That's you can at least get the energy, and you're like, all right, I'm performing. I think the hardest part at open mic is if you're like one of the last groups, and there's like 4 people in there. And then you still have to be like, all right, I'm trying this.
I'm of the different mindset. I remember when I first started, I used to wait to go last. Like when I was to do mics, they used to be like, when are you going to go? And I was like, I want to go last. Because I remember Bill Burr saying something like that, where he was like, I used to try and go last. Or like, if you go last and then you do really well, even at the end, it's like, then when you go first, you'll kill. And I remember when I was in LA, you see like actual comedians at open mics. Like Maria Bamford was at one of my mics that I went to, and that surprised me. Bill Burr. And it was like, what are you doing here? Like, you don't have to be here. And he was
Yeah, but they're probably trying new stuff. Right?
They still want to practice.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, so you never leave open mics unless you want to.
Right.
But you can always just be like, yeah, you guys are like, you guys don't affect me.
Right.
Because I've seen that a million times where I'm like, oh, yeah, just don't let these people affect you. You almost have to have that, like...
Yeah. Well, I've noticed it with the comedians here that routinely do regular shows, especially at the bigger clubs. Like, they'll still show up to these open mics. Granted, they leave right after their set, so it's not like, it's whatever. But they're clearly just using it as, like, a way to mouth practice. Like, they just need to hear the words come out of their mouth. They don't give a shit if any of you are laughing. They don't care. They don't even see you in the crowd. They're just like, listen, man, fuck all you guys. I'm just here to practice these words, and then I'm going to bring it on
stage. It's like LeBron James showing up to your like open court basketball game.
No, I wouldn't say it's unfair, because like, where else are you going to do it?
Well, but I'm saying, like, it's like LeBron doing dunk practice when like you guys are waiting to play, and then he just leaves.
It's different.
You're like, cutting my time.
Nah, it's a little different because LeBron.
If they leave, then what is it? What is it? I mean, it's not giving any validity to you. It's really just cutting into your time for like more of an amateur game.
But every time, like LeBron doesn't start over. LeBron always has his skill set. But like when Louis or these guys
try to come up, material that they're coming,
they start over. So it's like starting.
You got to start. Yeah, you got to try the joke for the first time somewhere. You know, and where are you going to do it? I don't know.
Yeah, I still feel like though, if you're like Bill Burr or like at that kind of level, people are still going to be in the front row, be like, "Oh, that's funny! Like, notice me. Hey, you want to talk after the show?"
I'm just gonna say, in my experience, I watched Louis, I've watched Dave Chappelle, and I've watched them make their last. The one at the Comedy Store I watched, the one where Dave Chappelle did the Age of Spin, Bill Burr's one where he was in black and white in Nashville. I watched them when they started the jokes, and they're not like, they weren't amazing. They were like,
but were people cracking up anyway? To be like, no,
because it was at an open mic.
But I'm saying
this was like the Comedy Store when I watched.
These guys like actual shows they were doing.
They were actually doing their show, and then
that's different.
At the end of the show, I remember Louis C.K. pulled out a notebook and was like, "You guys paid $30. Fuck you guys." And he did this joke about belts and suspenders. No one laughed, and he was like, well, "I thought it was funny." And it was like, "Oh, this never ends."
See, but that's different. Like, so if you're Louis C.K., Bill Burr, blah blah blah, if you can go and like get a gig at the Comedy Store practice, just do that. Like, why would you go to an open mic and take like amateur?
I'm sure it's. I mean, you can give me your opinion on this. My opinion is, people paid money to come see you. You want to entertain them. You feel an obligation to entertain people.
But he already said Louis C.K. said, "Fuck you, you only paid $30."
Club spots, they go, "You didn't pay to see me. I dropped in."
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Like certain like Burr, all those other guys, if they just want to do whatever the fuck they want to do, they're just gonna do it.
Yeah,
like, you didn't pay to see me, so like I'm gonna.
Yeah, you're not paying $120 to go to like MSG and see me. You literally, I'm here.
Yeah,
you're welcome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dave Chappelle is 100%. Like he said, I get paid by the intent. He doesn't care. He's like, I don't care how much you paid. It's like, you're lucky to see me. So.
That's what I mean. That's why it's surprising to hear they drop in on open mics, because open mics I think should just be amateur people. Because I also think, well, I'm just saying because, open micers, like, they're vultures. The people that go to open mics, like, go to 4 a day, right? So if, like, a Louis C.K. or Bill Burr's there, they're going to, like, just try to talk to them afterwards, and they're going to laugh at everything and be like, hey, let's talk, let's connect.
Not necessarily.
No,
I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen, like I said, Maria Bamford went up, and we didn't all die. We didn't like, oh my god, but it was
heckle.
Like,
Boo!
It was inspiring.
Really gonna like you.
Let me pull this up.
No, it's definitely inspiring. It would be cool to see. I haven't seen like a big deal person come in, but I've seen people that like routinely do Caroline's, Comedy Cellar at open mics. I'm just like, okay, yeah.
That Wednesday mic you were talking about last year, Mike O'Shea and T.J. Miller did it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were there.
T.J. Miller was there?
T.J. Miller was
really?
there, yeah.
I like him. He's good.
That's what
He's really good.
So when you see that, you're like, all right. And then the most like nice, appreciative guys were like, "Oh, you guys are really funny," and you're like, "Well, why am I not getting laughs?" And they, "Well, it's because everyone at our level thinks we're competing with
Right.
every single person in the room. Where
Right.
it's like, my fans aren't going to be your fans.
Right.
And then, like, you know, you see guys where they go, like, man, these women are funny. It's like, no woman's going to want to come see you. It's like, it doesn't, she's not competing with you. But
Do you
we all
feel
think
competitive?
this. No.
Yeah,
When I first started, I did. But then I started to realize, like, this is not a competition.
Yeah, everyone's got their own lane. It's all very subjective. You know.
Yeah, it's like if you're in LA and you're headlining, let's say Staples Center. Well, who the fuck's going to be in New York? Who's going to be in Philadelphia? Who's going to be in Maine? This guy. But I mean, like, you know, that's what I'm saying. You can't be everywhere at once. You just can't be.
Right.
It's impossible. And it's like, well, who wins?
Well, and I feel like the community out here is pretty, like good. Like, I've made a lot of, like, friends just doing this, like, meeting people.
They have so many different communities here. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Brooklyn, the Creek, the alternative. Well, that's Brooklyn's like the alternative.
Yeah.
The city. There's all kinds of different music mics. Like there's so many different kinds of people you can meet here. Really?
What's your go-to spot / Are you still doing open mics? Like,
I still do open mics. I do when I first started because I auditioned at a club, and when I got past there, I kind of stopped going. But I go to this one under St. Mark's.
Okay.
It's every
I've been
Tuesday
there.
night.
Yep.
Where?
Under St. Mark's.
Where's that?
On St. Mark's.
I know. I figured, but like, where on St. Mark's?
We'll
St.
go.
Mark's First Ave.
Yeah.
Oh, so right by the park, right by Niagara.
Right by Tom. Yep, right by Niagara.
It's a nice little, cute little spot.
And then another one, the biggest one I think really helped me a lot was called the Music Inn Open Mic. That's Thursdays at 8 o'clock now.
Okay.
But it was probably the quintessential thing that helped me find my voice.
So do you typically stick to Manhattan, or do you dabble in the other scenes?
I used to go to Brooklyn, but I used to go to Brooklyn to go to like Essence, like Black Rooms and stuff.
Okay.
But I haven't been to go to the alternative room. I should go. I felt that myself where I was like, because sometimes I'll do, I don't want to say risque material, but I'll do material that they would be like, oh, that's not proper. And I want to go just to have them do that to my face and then learn how to change.
Adapt to that, right?
Adapt to it and not, it's like, like Kung Fu.
Because you want to be inclusive, right?
Yeah. I don't want to ever be going to any place and be like, I don't perform for those people.
Right.
Like,
which I've heard before. I'm just like, what? Like,
yeah, it's like, ooh, all right, so you don't really want to learn how to do this.
Right.
You just want to like be a specialist. You want to be a setup guy. Like, all right, I want to play all the positions.
Yeah, I don't like, because some people are like, oh, I don't like performing for alt rooms. They don't laugh at my stuff. I'm like, all right, so learn to get them to
What's
laugh
an alt
at your
room?
stuff. Like the alternative comedy scene, like the Brooklyn stuff that you hate, those sensitive rooms, if you will.
How's that alt?
How's that? What?
It's alternative. It's not.
Yeah, but what's alt about it?
Well, it's not one of these mainstream. I guess you call it mainstream, but like
Okay,
a
so
comedy
alt's
club.
the venue or like the stuff that's performed?
Venue and also the stuff that's
So
performed.
like the style. So like what? Oh,
Yeah.
like people yelling or like just being.
No, not yet.
Maybe characters or
Yeah.
different. It's like it's not what you would normally see at the Cellar or which is just straight pure.
It's
stand-up.
more. It's more acting.
No,
no, I
exactly.
would say that.
I'm really coming
Like the
close.
Topaz. Remember going to the Topaz in Brooklyn? Yeah.
You ever heard of
Oh wait, the
alt rock?
Topaz? Yeah. Like some Creek.
Yeah,
No,
there you go.
yeah. No,
Creek
the
is a
Topaz-
little
the
bit
Topaz-
alt, I would say.
Yeah,
right?
Creek-
The Topaz is like guy last night was playing piano,
Yeah, see?
so that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Well, Dylan
like-
Adler. Was it
The
Dylan
gay
Adler?
guy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dylan Adler. Yeah, he does all these songs. And
Yeah,
that's different that you wouldn't see at like you. I mean, actually at the Cellar there is a guy Rick. I forget his name. Plays this, but you don't see that a lot.
I want to try one where I want to do a Southern voice and just talk about New York. So that would be like an alt thing.
Yeah, that would be considered alternative now.
Because then at the end I'd be like, oh, thanks everybody, and like go to like my normal voice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's nothing. But it's weird to think that that's alt now. But like
and I want to come in with a big red nose. Wear this.
I don't see.
I'm gonna wear this after he goes on. Hey,
I'm back.
Yeah.
round two.
Oh, man. How often are you getting up these days?
I used to get up 4 times a night,
Okay.
and then at a certain point you get like,
Yeah.
this is killing me. Maybe twice, but I try and space them out.
A day?
Yeah, I try and
Okay.
space them out where I do one, and then if I listen, I have to listen to it, and then I try and rewrite the joke. Because I realized when I was getting up 4 times a day, I was just saying the same thing over and over and
Right.
over and over, and I wasn't getting any better. I was just getting a better stage presence. Like I was more comfortable.
Yep.
But then once you get that, it's like once you're beyond comfortable, it's like now you have to actually try and figure out what am I saying.
Yeah.
Like, what am I actually... this is funny, but what am I saying?
Yeah.
Why am I saying this? And then after that, that's where I'm at now, where I'm like, okay, what is actually funny? Is this actually funny? Or is this just funny to this group? Or, you just start testing it.
Yeah, I'm still at that stage where I'm like trying to get comfy on stage. I'm definitely more comfortable now than I was in November when I started. But that's why I didn't really focus on sitting down and writing jokes, because even though I do that, or I'll find funny little things like, oh, let me work on this a little bit. But obviously, the majority of my time is not sitting down and like, okay, how do I craft this? It's more like, let me get on stage, let me get comfortable. And I feel like that helps feed the writing, because then later I can be like, okay, so I know what it feels like to be on stage. This is going to work. This won't. This might work. This might not.
You going to open mics is going to help your writing, because you're going to start seeing enough comedy to where, like, I have dreams of jokes now. It did never happen before, I swear to God, though. But now I can, like, have dreams, and then like a joke will come in.
Because you're surrounding yourself with that.
All the time watching people, and then sometimes you'll watch someone new come in, and then you'll see them do a joke, and you go like, that's not what he's going for, but I know what he's going for. Like, you start seeing the pieces, and you go, this needs to be placed here. And that helps you too, because you're always listening to it. Like, you went to med school, so you were always around other kids who were like.
It's literally like that, because I start to approach it more academically. I'm like, all right, I've watched so many acts. I'm starting to see patterns. I'm starting to see where I can fit in. I'm starting to see what I can do better than that. I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. I like that joke. I thought of something myself that I could let you know.
That's all it is.
I think the hardest thing is, writing is obviously difficult, but I'm really big off the energy of the room. Yeah. So that's why I feel like if I'm not getting laughs or crowd engagement in the first like 30 seconds, it's tough for me.
Oh, but then I would say that's kind of bad, because that means they dictate the.
No, I try. No, but that's what I mean. Like in the first 30 seconds, I try to put out kind of some of my best stuff to get people to be like, "Hey, up here, like I can project pretty well." Like I try to be like, "Hey, like I'm talking. Maybe I'll pick on somebody real quick." Yeah. But like because I feel like the other day I thought one of my best sets, because I put my notebook away because I was like going off something and people were laughing. And I was like, "Oh, it's like a dinner party now." Like I'm talking about it. Like, I didn't even think of the jokes. It was just kind of rambling off stuff that I was talking about, like, in my real life. Yeah. And I think that's my biggest thing. It's just getting the energy of the room to be positive really early. Or else then you're like, you're climbing from a hole, you're letting them dictate their energy on you.
So there's two things about that. Well, three things, actually, that you said. Was like, well, you put your notebook away. And that's something I had to learn, which is people come to see you because you're a funny person. Right. They don't come to see your jokes. Right. You have the greatest jokes in the world. But then after a while, they go like, I don't know who this guy is. And that's what they come to see. Like, your jokes are just showcasing, hey, I'm funny. Yeah. Or like, you have shoes. So you're like, my shoes just showcase I have style. But it shows like or money. But like, you know what I mean? Like, you could have money and wear penny loafers. But you know what I mean? But like, it showcases your inner creativity. Right. So that's what a joke is. But they come to see you. They're like, who is this guy? I want to actually see this person. That's why they'll come watch David Tell bomb or something. Because they go like, I like this guy. Yeah. But there's plenty of guys that you guys know that write jokes. They write for late night or whatever, but you don't know who they are because it's like, well, I don't want to see him. He's a joke book. That's
not
why
only that, but it's not memorable. It's like, hey, I remember laughing, but I don't remember a single joke. I couldn't tell you who this guy is. It's like, you want to stand out.
Yeah, that's actually really interesting, because I mean, even if you think about like academically, like you said, and this is kind of a reach, but you see professors or something, like these brilliant mathematicians that have these huge equations, and they like get to a number, but you're just bored out of your mind, like whatever. And then you see a magician who's like, was it this card? Yeah. And you're like, oh, and everybody loves the magician, but like it's not real. Yeah. But like someone doing the mathematical equation that takes them 6 months to do, and they come to a number, and they're like, see, isn't this amazing? And everybody's like,
you got to captivate.
That's a live performance.
It's entertaining. Yeah.
It's a live performance. Like when you said acting, it's like they would rather see someone act up there than they would see someone read or have a funny joke, because they'd be like I'm watching you, but this is boring. Yeah. Like I remember reading something. Chris Rock said that he was like, the reason he paced around so much was because if you stand there, they can look away, and then they'll be like, I know where he's at. But if you're moving, they feel like they have to like watch you.
That's why I try to, in like the beginning of some of my acts, I try to engage the audience like a poll or something like that, to be like, raise your hand if you're like this guy or this guy, like da da da. Because then they're like, okay, well I have to pay attention. Right? Because then automatically they get like, and sometimes it doesn't mean anything. Like last night I did it, and I was like, I don't care. I was like, does anybody like pineapple on their pizza? Yes. No. And I was like, I was just curious. Anyway, like here's my bit. Yeah. Like now I'm going into it, but then you're actually engaging the crowd, which I think is, I mean, really, it's just like it's presentation.
It's presentation, but then sometimes you could also go against your own nature, which is like, once I got them, what happens like if you try and start from a hole? Does that make sense?
Yeah, like
that's like
say something heinous and be like, all right, how is he gonna dig himself out of this?
Yeah, I used to try and do that.
Like say something super racist or foul or controversial, and then be like,
it's not easy.
Sure.
That statement alone. Let's go to the creek with that statement.
Yeah. Oh, trust me.
Yeah.
They're used to it.
So you start in a hole, and then you go, well, let's see how good this material is. Can I get them back? Or how good am I?
For a practice thing, yeah. So make him hate you.
Yeah, come out in a full female room, just be like, fuck bitches, am I right? And then, like, how are you going to climb out of that, you know? Are you going to be able to...
I did the MAGA joke a few times, which started me in a hole.
What MAGA joke?
Where I wear the red hat backwards.
But that's not really a joke.
I know, but people are like... I'm like, yeah, it's a red hat. It's a red hat. It's not a MAGA hat, but I did vote for Trump. People are like, oh, fuck yeah. They're like, oh, here we go.
So you got to... That's the one thing I would say. How do you use that emotion?
No, I've started like that before.
No, but I mean, how do you use... Because, like, there's laughter. That is the surprise emotion. But then you have anger, the surprise of, like, you did something I don't like.
Right.
So how do you take... Because you just got them interested. Yeah. That was your version of making someone raise their hand with pineapple pizza by saying, I voted for this guy. Yeah. And they were like, oh, I don't like pineapple pizza. This guy likes it. So, so how do you take that and then you like judo them? Yeah. That's the next step.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, I'm not there yet. Like, I'm trying to figure that out. But yeah,
I'm trying to figure it out myself. I just recognize the pattern now where I go like, oh, there's an anger, there's a disgust, there's a fear, there's a it's like
well, there's tribalism in everybody's mind at all times.
Yeah, just how do you use basic emotions?
Yeah,
like
love and hate.
Yeah, or more like how do you like beyond the surprise or beyond the ha laugh, like you see something nice, you see like a guy and his daughter or something, and they're like, oh, this is so nice. But how do I take that and make it funny? Yeah. Or how do I take that and make it like, oh, that wasn't his daughter, that was his sex slave? And they're like, wait, I was trusting you. And you go, you shouldn't trust me. I'm manipulating you.
Yeah. No, I had this bit that I did. You saw the video, and it didn't make any sense because I'm trying to think about it. So I work at this barn. Yeah. This old 80-year-old man who works there. He's always taking care of the horses. He's worked there for 15 years. He's a volunteer. He's retired. And he was telling me about all the horses. And he like has a story for each of them. He's like, this one is like, it's a white horse. He's like, I tell the kids at night because it's like therapeutic horse. He's like, I tell the kids at night, it sprouts horns and it's a unicorn at night, and they love that. And I'm just kind of like, what if I killed this horse? Yeah, I don't know. See, that's the reaction I want. I'm just like, Jesus, because you're taking them on this nice story, and then you just drop. Yeah. You're just like, what if I kill this thing? Yeah. What's this guy gonna do? He's 80. I'll kill him too. Yeah. And then I walk out.
But then what? Oh, that's it?
No, I don't know where to go with that.
But the kids will get vengeance.
You know, idea of like juxtaposition, I think, is like at the heart of like everything human.
No, you got there, but now what? Like,
no, I know. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. But like, yeah, the exact same thing. You're taking them on a journey, and it's like, oh, you trusted me,
movie,
and then drop it.
It's a movie.
Because the reaction you just had when I just told that little story, but your first thing was a laugh. Because it's just like, it's so ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah, and it's ridiculous too. Yes. Like, I'm not going to kill a horse. Yeah. I'm not going to kill the guy.
But almost like when you do that, that's almost like a cut where it's like when you watch a movie, it cuts to another angle. That's like a... Yeah. But how do you keep it going?
Yeah, I just don't know. But I understand what you're saying because, like I said before, you're taking the audience for a ride. Mm-hmm. And then, like, why did you trust me? Yeah. And then I don't know if you go back up or, like, I just don't know.
So maybe you don't say, what if I killed the guy? Like, what's another way I could surprise them? But also,
I got him a new horse.
Well, how do I surprise them?
Yeah. There you go. I was like, the thing was dying.
I got him an actual unicorn.
Yeah, I got him an actual unicorn.
You gotta surprise yourself, I think, really. That's like the number one. Yeah. It's like you sit down and you go like, oh, how did I come up with that? So drugs.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, do you have any?
You got some?
Yeah. Do you have any hobbies outside of comedy that either influence the comedy or you use as a break from comedy, or are you comedy all day, every day?
No, I mean, I don't think movies is comedy, really. Like, I watch a lot of movies. I like Japanese movies. Okay. Big fan of Kurosawa. I do go to the museum. One of those people. Okay. I like to look at.
We have a friend like that who loves going to museums.
That helps a lot. Because they were funny. They were if you look at some of these artists, they were really hilarious. They like build stuff and they would get people to look at them, and then they were like, "Oh, watch people come see this like an idiot." I'm just telling you.
What's your favorite? Some of your favorite movies and some of your favorite museums in the city.
I think the Met is the best one because you can get it for free. Like the Whitney is kind of like
natural history too, right?
Natural history is good.
It's free though, right?
It is
donation suggestion.
It's donation suggestion. I would say the natural history is okay. Because it's like
art.
Well, you know what it is? It's so spaced out, and then it's almost like, hey, look, there was a caveman, and you're like, all right, I mean, I don't think he looked like this. I don't think he looked like Brendan Fraser.
Yeah. He's not white.
Yeah, maybe he was, but I was like, I don't want to see that. I do go to the Natural History Museum, but if you go to these museums, the best thing is to watch the people.
Have you been to the film museum out in Astoria?
Oh, the Modern Museum of Moving Image?
Yeah.
No, I haven't been.
Oh,
I
you
had
haven't
that
been?
at the Jim Henson exhibit.
Yeah, dude, it's dope.
Yeah.
Fridays,
4 o'clock.
it's free.
Yeah.
Dude, it's
I've
worth
read
it.
everything.
If you like film, dude,
Yeah.
check it out. It's
Okay.
really cool. It's super cool. It's not that big. That's why I say don't pay for it.
Yeah.
That's why I always suggest, because it's not that big. But yeah, they got the Jim Henson.
Yeah.
They have a lot of stuff from what's the movie Harrison Ford where he's hunting robots.
Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blade Runner. They have all the original Blade Runner stuff there. That's really cool.
Wow.
The models. They have the original the Star Wars green guy. I'm so bad with
Yoda.
Yoda.
Okay.
they got the original Yoda.
Okay. Jim Henson made that.
Oh, did he?
Jim Henson made all the puppets.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He made all
that
the
makes sense.
puppets,
Why? Yeah.
Frank Oz did a lot of the voices. I'm a huge fan.
Okay, yeah, dude. Yeah, you should totally check that out.
Yeah,
it's
you got me.
wicked cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your
I've been there a
favorite
few
movies?
This is a movie called High and Low. That's a Japanese movie. That's Akira Kurosawa. This is a really funny movie. It's a Spanish movie. It's called the Obscure Object of My Desire. That's good. That's a Luis Buñuel movie. If I had to say it, like, what's an American movie? I love the Marx Brothers. I think that guy's the funniest guy ever. Groucho Marx. He's one of these. I basically believe Bugs Bunny was made after him.
Oh, you think so?
I
can see that.
Yeah, that's 100%
that.
Bugs Bunny.
Okay.
This year, what was your favorite movie?
What came out this year?
I don't know. I don't really watch.
I'm a big movie guy too, but I hate it all.
I don't like going to see the movies that are in theaters. If that makes sense.
Did you see They Will Not Grow Old, or They Shall Not Grow Old?
Mm-mm.
Really?
No.
Oh, it's really cool. It's Peter Jackson.
Yeah, the Lord of the
world.
Rings.
Yeah. So it's a World War I documentary because he's a huge World War I guy, and he has his own private stash. And it was you can watch for free on the BBC website.
Oh, really? Yeah.
It's really good. They had a small release at select cities, but he took his own personal collection, slowed it all down because when they recorded it back in during World War I, 1908 or whatever, or no, 1914.
When the war happened?
Yeah, World War I.
Yeah.
It was all sped up because that's how they kind of filmed it.
Yeah.
So he slowed it all down, colorized all of it, and put sound to it. It's wicked cool.
Yeah.
It's really humanizing part of the war. It's really cool. They Shall Not Grow Old.
I don't know the name of this artist, but there was these paintings here. There was a guy who did paintings from World War I, and they have these. I mean, it's not a sense of humor, but it's kind of funny. But it's you have these guys that were blinded by gas. And then in the background, if you look really closely, you can see guys playing soccer. It's come on, that's just fun. That's just hilarious.
In the trenches.
And this is
they're just on the beach, and he's like, "This dude's playing soccer." They're like, "You're blind, I'm not."
This is a little history lesson because in 1914, the first year of the war, the two sides during Christmas, the Germans and the French stopped the war and played soccer together. And then 2 weeks later is the first time the Germans put chlorine gas on the exact same people they played soccer with. So
I'm also a huge soccer fan too.
Well, I don't know who won.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think we know who won. I mean, but I'm a huge soccer fan too. That's the other thing I'm into.
Football.
Okay.
So as soon as I leave here,
I do play a lot of FIFA.
You do?
Yeah.
All right. I don't have FIFA because I get addicted. But I will come if you ever want. I will play you. But I'm gonna go watch Barcelona versus Liverpool. I watched Ajax versus Tottenham. I want to go so badly.
Who won that yesterday?
Ajax. And that was
what 1-0.
It was 1-0, but it should have been 2-0. The way they.
Yeah, isn't that funny? You say you're into museums and soccer because our other buddy's literally the same person. Yeah, I love museums and soccer.
Nah, he's cooler.
Does he do comedy?
No, he's a bitch.
Yeah, he's scared.
Yeah.
A lot of people, I think, are just so scared to go up that first time. A lot of people talk to me, they'll see my videos, and I'm not that good because I just started.
Yeah.
But people are like, I don't have the balls for that. And it's you just have to do it.
I always a little puzzled by that myself when people are like, how do you get up there and talk in front of people? It's man, I know people that have been to jail. I was like,
I'll just be up there, and if it's bad, they'll be like, this sucks. I'm like, okay, next one.
Or they'll leave.
It's not that big of a deal.
But honestly, I think you think that way, or we all think that way because I think it's literally a genetic piece or something that like is built into certain people to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Same thing with like being comfortable with like a camera in your face. You know, you'll put a camera in front of someone's face and they'll just literally shut down as a human being.
Yeah.
I look at those people and I'm like, how are you bothered by this? This is a fucking toy. Like what? But some people literally.
Weird porn. They just their life glasses.
Like I remember when camera phones first came out, and I was like, oh shit, I can put people's pictures as their contact info. Oh, let me start taking pictures of all my friends. And I would literally point the camera at them and be like, oh, what are you doing? I'm like, dude, it's just a fucking camera.
That was you in high school. They're like, dude, please. You're like, hey.
But you get what I'm saying? I think it's the same thing with stage. It's like some people are just like, I could never do this, public speaking. I think it's just a thing some people can do that some people simply cannot.
Well, Jerry Seinfeld has a joke where more people are scared of public speaking than death.
Yeah.
Because he's like, the joke is someone would rather be giving the eulogy than being in the casket.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is such a strange thing to me, though. So, like...
But that's the thing. It's strange to you, but as far as like a thing, big picture-wise, there's just some people that just can't do it.
Why do you think that is? Do you think it's ego?
No, I just think it's a genetic piece of you that you either got it or you don't.
But ego can be driven by genetics. I mean, do you think it's a...
I think it's an ego on the people who don't do it.
That's what I mean. Like, do you think they just don't want their ego to be like?
Yeah,
they're just not ready.
They don't want to look stupid, or they're afraid people to laugh at them, and it's like.
Well, I didn't want that either, but
yeah, I don't care.
Well, I don't want it, but like, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, but I don't know that some people can process that far. They would be like,
gone on stage and failed, like trying to get on stage, and that was like one of the best sets I've ever had. Where it was like, because they don't know.
Right.
They're like, well, I guess that was part of the act. And then I just started doing my act, and they were like, this guy's fucking hilarious. I remember one time I was on stage talking, and I had water behind me. I didn't even know. I just like went like this and knocked it all over, and I started laughing. I was like, that was way funnier than what I was gonna say.
Have you seen that Family Guy clip where Peter gets up in your stand-up? It's in like the first couple seasons, and he puts the beers like in his pocket.
Yeah.
And it's the wrong way, and he's saying jokes. He's like, "Women, huh?
Okay.
Huh?" And everybody starts laughing because it starts feeling almost like he pissed himself, and he's like, "I'm hilarious." It's a great segment.
I mean, I think the enemy of stand-up comedy is thinking you're smart. Is to be like, I'm here to be smart, and it's like you're here to be funny.
Right.
And however you do that, and really the most humbling thing is to play the dumbest person. If you play like Jim Carrey is one of the funniest guys that ever existed, but he plays the dumbest people you've ever seen in your life. And you go like, I know this guy's intelligent. I know what he's doing. But it's like, it's so great to see someone be that. Where you're like, who doesn't love the dumb guy?
Yeah. No, it's disarming. It's easy to relate to, I guess. And it's funnier. It's just funnier.
Yeah, he's on
no one wants to watch
the
the smart math equation guy, you know.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. You go.
I'm not a smart.
No, the example.
Wayfair.
Yeah, nobody wants the guy that goes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they want to see. They want to be entertained. Nobody cares how we got to the moon. They want to talk to the astronauts.
Yeah.
They want to talk to people that come down. They're like, "Hey, yeah, we did it." And it's like, well, a whole team did it, but they're like, "Nope, no, it was me." Where are you from, or where do you live in the city?
I live in Story Ditmars. I used to live in Brooklyn. Yeah,
and you haven't been to.
No,
dude, you're right there.
Moved. I know. I'm like a bus ride away. Literally,
I'm right by there, dude. I'm always up there. Where's the place you need to check out? Mad Donkey. Been there?
No.
Okay, it's a great bar.
Yeah. Drinking?
Do you not drink?
I don't drink.
Then I don't know what to suggest. That's all there is to do in this city.
That's his hobby.
Yeah. The Kaufman Cinemas is cool too for like if you want to go see like a live movie.
Yeah.
It's a good theater.
I just walked past this.
It's huge.
I got Andy Kaufman on the brain. I've been watching Taxi. You just said Kaufman Cinemas. There's a what do you
Man
call
on the
it?
Moon?
Not Man on the Moon, but there's something. Man on the Moon, but there's something downstairs that you walk past. It's like a Kaufman Navy supply place or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Whenever that stuff happens to me, I just start picking up on it. Like,
interesting.
The story doesn't have much to do unless you drink.
That is very true. That's
what is there to do here? Open mics.
Open mics.
Have you been to QED?
I've been to QED. Oh
okay.
yeah. But
I go there mostly on Saturday.
Watch people. You could I get a lot of material just from watching things happen.
Yeah.
That's like, I have a friend. He says there's a joke in there somewhere. So you just got to try and find the joke in what you're doing right now, literally. Because you have the eyebrows, but you don't have the mustache, and it's like that's a key piece.
I lost the mustache. I don't know where.
I brought my Hitler one. He said I couldn't wear it.
It was a Michael Jordan mustache.
Payne's sponsored
you think
mustache.
they made Mein Kampf, Hebrew?
Yeah.
As one of his classics. The hits. Yeah. But anyway, let's wrap this up, man. Appreciate you coming on.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Where do we find you?
Oh, Uninspired TV.
On Instagram and YouTube.
Instagram, YouTube, and
Inspired?
Uninspired.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I don't want to ask.
That's a little much to be like inspired. Uninspired TV.
Don't do
is
drugs,
the way. Yeah. No. If you do comedy, do.
Anywhere else we can find you, or just there?
Yeah. I mean, I have another Twitter. I mean, All Is Lost Boy. That's just my personal one. But I'd rather they see the show.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
I just want to give you whatever you want to, wherever you want people to find you.
Yeah, they come there, or I have a live show,
Oh yeah, any shows you want to plug?
Yeah, we do one. It's May 18th, live at the Music Inn. We do characters, we do music, we do stand-up.
Who's we?
There's me. There's like a lot. There's a whole round table. Clayton Smith, Steven Sahelnick, Michelle Francoeur.
So it's always the same
Stalker.
core of you?
Yeah, Steve
Okay.
Malloy, and sometimes we have other people that come in if someone steps out, like the Time Battle Off. But we're really trying to do something that different, where it's not just like it's just stand up. But you guys should come Thursday.
This Thursday?
Yeah, you're in town.
Yeah.
Right? Thursday, 8 p.m. You got to sign up at like 7:30 though. But come see it. It's different. It'll be different from anything you've ever seen in the city.
The open mic?
Yeah, it's at the place where they shoot the show Marvelous Miss Maisel.
I have a joke about that. I hate that show. Yeah, Marvelous Miss Maisel.
But it's like the oldest place left in the village.
Really?
It's like been there since 1950.
Oh, cool.
Paul Simon, Bob Dylan, all these guys come there. Like,
Yeah, I'd love to check it out.
buy
Very cool.
instruments. Yeah, come
Every Thursday?
every Thursday.
Okay.
Every Thursday. And our show is Saturday, May 18th.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right, man. Thanks for coming, and see you guys next time.